light 'em up, oh, oh, light 'em up, oh, oh, light 'em up, oh, I'm on fire.
Hey everybody, another new episode of Teen Wolf Season 3 aired tonight, Episode 4. It was amazing, as usual. We start off the episode, Scott's working at the vet with Dr. Deaton, and some guy comes in with his little dog and doing a checkup or getting a shot or something for the dog, I don't know. But once they leave, before that there's also this really cute moment where Scott gets the dog to behave, and the guy, it's one of Scott's classmates actually, he's like, he knows who the alpha is or whatever, and Dr. Deaton just gives this look, it like, yeah, you know what I mean. But when the guy leaves with this dog, I think the dog's name is Bullet, I can't remember the guy's name, maybe it was Kyle or something, I don't know, but he leaves and they're walking to the car and the dog runs off. And he goes chasing after his dog, and he, like, reaches under a dumpster and gets, like, bit or something. And he thinks it's his dog, but he pulls his hand out, and he sees his dog, like, looking at him from the other side of the alley or wherever they are. And, uh-oh. After that, we see the guy looking under and hear some kind of weird voice. I can't recall exactly what was said. But, and then we flash and we see Scott walk outside of the vet's office and the dog runs up to him and Scott, like, looks and it's just, oh my gosh, wow. Then we see Derek, he goes and checks up on Miss Blake. That was a pretty, like, hints that maybe Derek's starting to get a thing for her, but I don't know if anything's really gonna happen because he's just got so much shit going on this right now, and I just don't see anything really gonna happen. Maybe a one-night stand. I don't know. Oh man, this Styles scene in the locker room. We go in the locker room and Styles is freaking out. He's like, I'm a virgin and so far all the victims have been virgins. I'm next and all this stuff. And he's freaking out. Scott's pulling jokes about stuff and it's just, and then Danny's like offering, but jokingly to, I can't even put it into words. It was just, it was too good. It was hilarious. I love Styles. I love Styles. Yes. Yes. Okay. And they were getting ready for their cross-country practice. And and Isaac is back in school and he's in there for practice and you see him go in and there's takes off his yeah, that's definitely going to be on the shirtless montage for season 3, I'm sure of it. Isaac with his I'm really digging Isaac this season. I really am. But they go out and they're practicing, and Isaac sees the twins, the alpha twins, and he's like, Scott, it's them. And Isaac takes off, like, not listening to Scott after the twins, and basically gets led into a trap. And he's about to get, like, beat up by the alpha twins, and Scott comes and saves him, and there's about to be this epic fight. And then we hear a scream. We don't get that fight, because someone's found the body of that dude from the beginning of the episode. He's been killed like the rest of them. Yeah. Styles' dad comes and gets everybody away, and that's that. They're in class. We see. Well, we I don't know if it was right then, but if things are mixed up, I'm sorry. It's really hard to keep up. So much more and more keeps happening in all these episodes. It's hard to keep everything in order. We see Derek in his loft, and he's like training or something with his sister Cora. They have a little moment. It's really sweet and just kind of. I'm hoping we get a lot of moments between them. I really want to see more to that, to their family background and everything. I've always been curious. But the alphas, Callie and whoever that other dude is that beat up Scott in the elevator at the hospital, they arrive and basically start attacking Derek and Cora. The guy holds Cora down, and Callie, like, impales Derek on a pole. And then Deucalion walks in, and basically the whole episode, Deucalion is preaching to Derek about killing his pack and all this shit. And he's like, and he basically says that when you kill your own pack, you gain all the individual abilities and powers of them. And he just goes on and on. He really, Derek, you're right. He is a fanatic, because he really gets oh, I'm the demon wolf. Yeah, you're pretty creepy, but honestly, I mean, until I see what he can really do, Deucalion, the Kinema is the freakiest. I don't know. I don't know. I'm curious. I'm curious about the whole demon wolf thing. But the Kinema really freaked me out last season. That freaked me out. And we see Isaac wants to go and challenge the Alpha Twins and fight with them because he's really pissed about them. He's like, yeah, they killed that girl and all that. And Scott tries to stop him, but Isaac goes out, goes to the bathroom. Well, asked to go to the bathroom. Scott tries to follow, asked to go too, and Mr. Harris is like, no. So Isaac goes in there and basically is about to. We think he's gonna get beat up by the twins. And then one of the twins beats the other one up, puts him at his feet, and when the bell rings or whatever, everybody comes out and thinks that Isaac did it because Isaac stand over. So Isaac has detention. Oh, and Allison ends up getting detention because she falls asleep in Miss Morell's class. Miss Bitchy Morell. I'm really not liking her. No. But Allison is going to be in lunch detention with Isaac. We see Isaac and Allison going into the detention, and they get they get stuck clean. I think some closet. They're cleaning some kind of closet or something. And Isaac, you can already tell Isaac's freaking out because he got locked in a freezer by his dad when he was, yeah. So he's freaking out. Then the Alpha Twins go and trap Allison and him in there. Before that, there's also this just moment where Allison kind of asks his forgiveness for stabbing him 20 times. And they seem like they kind of come to a truce. Kinda. When they get locked in, though, Isaac starts freaking out. He starts to go wolfy, and he starts to attack Allison, but Scott gets in there and saves him, and then saves her, and then he has to get Isaac out of that crazy mode, and he yells Isaac at him, and Scott's eyes are gold, and he's his voice gets so deep, and I just see the alpha coming out and Scott, and I'm just getting so excited. Oh my gosh. It was amazing. So basically they decide they want to get back, make those twins angry, get back at them for all the shit they've already done. Because Scott saw, I'm getting them mixed up. One of them was flirting with Lydia. And yeah, Scott does not want them messing with his friends. So, yeah. I'm sorry. We see them go out to the motorcycles for those twins, and Allison and Isaac are out there, and they're messing with them, and Allison goes and hot wires one of the motorcycles, and Isaac poses on it and they take a picture and send it to Scott, and Scott starts grinning, and then he starts pulling out parts of the motorcycle in the classroom, and then I think it's Aiden or something. He gets so pissed because he's freaking out, and Ethan's like, stop, don't, and he goes in the hallway, and Isaac's on his motorcycle. He's like, get off the motorcycle. Isaac leaps over off of it, and then everybody comes out and sees Aiden with his motorcycle, and he gets Miss Blake's that's an automatic suspension. Then we see Allison, Scott, and Isaac just grinning and laughing. That was good. That was good. Oh, yes, that was so good. Yes. We also see Stiles meet up with Boyd in the hallway, and Boyd's back at school, nothing's happened. It's pretty awkward. Another thing we see is Styles trying to convince Lydia to get rid of her small dog. Because he's like, now he thinks the killer's after, like, people with small dogs. Because apparently the guy that was killed was not a virgin. Because, yeah, Styles found out the hard way by asking his girlfriend. And she slapped him across the face. Yeah. No, Styles. You don't do that. You don't go there. Lydia is in... Okay, it's some kind of class is going on or something. It's a music class. Lydia doesn't play an instrument, so she's like drawing an oak tree or something. And Danny comes up to her at the end of the class and he's like, nice, you should think about joining art. And she's like, I don't know, whatever. And he's like, this is music class. And she like looks around, like she does not know how she got there. It's cray. It's cray. And basically everybody leaves and she like walks up and some music like this starts like playing. And it's this creepy ass music. It's creepy. I think it's really cool, but it is creepy because it just is. And so I think someone else was I'm a little confused about that. Yeah. But then she calls Styles, but Styles had gone to see Dr. Deaton. He's like, you know everything. You've got to know more than I do. And he's like, he just goes into the detail about like everything he's found. And Dr. Deaton's like, yeah, I knew that. And so they go over to the school and Lydia's freaking out, of course. And they somehow make some kind of military connection because they find out that guy that was killed at the beginning was like in part of a military family, and they're like, okay, so maybe they're going after military types. So they like, Lydia's like, thinks of Mr. Harris. So then we flash to Mr. Harris's room, and we hear the creepy music, and he kind of looks around, and that goes away. Then we see them go to the room, and he's gone, and he's left his briefcase and stuff. And before that, we see, I think it's before that, Isaac and Scott kind of like gloating about what they did to the Alpha Twins, and then the Alpha Twins come, they merge, and they like start to attack them. Then Deucalion shows up and like takes off the tip of his cane, his like his walking cane or whatever, or like seeing for blind people, and he like it has like an arrow, and he like basically slaps them across the face with an arrow tip and like cuts them, and they all leave and they're like, WTF. Scott and Isaac. Yeah. Yeah, I don't think the twins liked getting hit in front of those two betas who they think are just nothing, but I tell you what, they are something. And yeah. Okay, back in Mr. Harris's room, Dr. Deaton finds all these papers. Well, Styles knows this first, but they put them together. They're like graded weird. They're a bunch of letters, and they put it together, and it spells some kind of word. It's Darok. And basically, because they find out everything has to do with this druid stuff, and like druid sacrifices, and just weird stuff, and basically it means, like, dark oak, and I don't know, I don't get it, we'll find out more, I am sure. At the end of the episode, Derek basically kicks Isaac out, and it's kind of sad, and I'm, like, mad at Derek, and Cora's, like, in the corner, like, WTF, and Derek throws a glass at him, and I get a total deja vu moment from season 2 when his dad did the same thing, and you could see it in Isaac's eyes. He's like, oh, no, you didn't. So he goes over to Scott, and he's like, can I ask a favor? So I guess he's asked for a place to stay. And Isaac, Isaac, poor. And I'm just loving the Scottish moments this season. Just great. At the very end, we see Mr. Harris, and he's talking to some unseen character, and he's basically saying, you need me, they're going to find out who you are, and the guy just yanks the garrote and kills him. Mr. Harris is dead, and I can't say I will miss him because he was an asshole. Yeah, he was not nice to Styles. That's irrelevant, but yeah, he was not nice to Styles. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed this and continue to watch and subscribe to my channel, and have a great night. Bye.